Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of The Smile Code. I'm your host, Dr. Esi Quaidoo. I woke up this beautiful spring morning and peered out of my bedroom window and noticed the silhouette of a bare tree outside, and I was immediately reminded of patterns in the universe. I couldn't help but wonder, is there an underlying pattern to everything in the universe? That quiet observation has echoed across science, philosophy, and spirituality for centuries. At one level, in science, we see patterns everywhere. In fractals, like snowflakes, coastlines, and branching trees, where the same structure repeats at different scales. In the Fibonacci sequence, appearing in sunflowers, shells, hurricanes, even galaxies. In wave mechanics, governing light, sound, and even quantum behavior. These aren't random. They suggest underlying order. At another level, in human experience, patterns show up as behavioral loops, emotional cycles, generational patterns, even life themes that repeat until understood. And this is where the Smile Code fits in so beautifully, because awareness of patterns becomes the doorway to transformation. And then there's the spiritual lens, which goes even deeper. Many traditions suggest that reality is not chaotic, but structured consciousness. Ancient philosophies speak of cosmic order. Modern thinkers point toward a unified field of intelligence. Some even interpret the universe itself as vibrational patterning of consciousness. So the question becomes, are we discovering patterns? Or are we expressions of the pattern itself? And the answer that came to me is both. We are expressions of the pattern, and at the same time, discovering it. Everything about us reflects underlying order. Your body follows rhythms. Your thoughts form patterns. Nature unfolds in repeating structures. You are not outside the system observing it. You are made of it. You are a living expression of it. And yet, you have awareness. You can step back and ask, why do I think this way? Why does this pattern repeat? What is the deeper order behind this? This is consciousness, reflecting on itself. The universe, becoming aware of its own design through you. You are the pattern, experiencing itself, and the observer, awakening to that fact. That's why growth feels like remembering, not becoming something new, but becoming conscious of what you already are. And this is why the Smile Code is so powerful. Know thyself is awareness of the pattern. Be thyself is alignment with the pattern. Live your purpose is expression of the pattern. Because if everything is patterned, then your thoughts follow patterns. Your choices reinforce patterns. And your life becomes a pattern until you consciously redesign it. The Smile Code isn't just about happiness. It's about pattern interruption and pattern creation. Interrupt limiting patterns. Install empowering ones, and embody aligned action. Not randomness, not chaos, but pattern. We see it in the spirals of galaxies, in the rhythm of the tides, in the unfolding of a single leaf, and we feel it in our own lives. Because your thoughts, your emotions, your choices, they all follow patterns. And those patterns are shaping your health, your happiness, and your destiny. Your body lives in rhythm. You wake and sleep in cycles. Your hormones rise and fall. Your nervous system responds to safety or stress. And when you align, you heal. Your mind clears. Your energy flows. But when you resist, ignore your signals, live out of sync, the body speaks. Through fatigue, through anxiety, sometimes through disease. And yet, nature never forces. The sun rises without effort. The ocean moves without strain. A tree grows without rushing. Everything is in alignment with its pattern. So what happens when we do the same? That's how a drop of water becomes a mighty ocean, not by striving, not by forcing, but by aligning with the same essence. Because the drop was never separate. One aligned thought, one aligned choice, one aligned life creates a ripple. And ripples don't stay small. They expand, they connect, they become waves, and eventually they become a new ocean. So how do we align? It begins here. Know thyself. You cannot know yourself in noise. You come to know yourself in stillness. Stillness is where the false falls away, where patterns become visible, where your true voice emerges. Be thyself, because knowing is not enough. To be yourself requires courage. The courage to release what no longer fits, to stand in your truth, to live authentically. Because the cost of not being yourself is the quiet erosion of your spirit. And finally, live your purpose. Purpose is not something you chase, it is something you align with. It emerges through clarity and connection to something greater than yourself. Because your life is not separate. Your gifts are meant to serve. And this is the Smile Code. Know thyself through stillness. Be yourself through courage. Live your purpose through clarity and connection. And that is how a drop becomes the ocean. Thank you for listening. If this episode resonated with you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Together, we can expand consciousness and create a more peaceful world. Remember, stillness reveals you, courage expresses you, and purpose expands you. See you soon.